It's around song, make you hear. It's around here, make you hear. I mean, art has taken me to places, which is one of the things I'm grateful about. It has taken me to places I could never have imagined visiting or going, on my own, Sit down with them, make you hear. Sit down with them, make you hear.
Victor Ehikhamenor, a multi-platform artist and writer, hails from Nigeria. He has exhibited all over the world, from Washington, D.C. to Indonesia. His work has deep traditional roots.
Well, I grew up in a village called Udomi Uwesan, which is in Edo State, in the midwestern part of Nigeria, and it was quite a very vibrant village that I grew up in with all my friends and everything. So I caught art very early because I also had I have an uncle who is a photographer who is 84 this year, so was one of the earliest photographers that we had. So my home, my compound was always surrounded by art, and my grandfather happened to be the oldest man, which means he became the chief of the village before he passed. So I was kind of exposed to a whole lot of art in that sense, whether performatory art, whether carving like sculpture when his staff of office was carved and all those things. This is actually my first commissioned outdoor mural, you understand? And it was quite an interesting project to work on, because when you are also working to complement a very nice and iconic building by David Ajay that built Alara, the building itself, it's a beautiful piece, So when I was commissioned to do this, it was a bit tense, but I mean, I was able to pull it off nicely with my style, and the black and red that was deployed here is also to complement the kind of black and red color theme that was going on with the main building, So I like hanging out here with my friends, so you can come here for sometimes just for coffee, for drinks. It's my new studio in Lagos here. This is where I'm going to be working out from. It's not fully functional yet because I'm still doing some renovation and everything, but it's pretty much done for work now. It's just to move in from my previous studio.
Inspired by his extensive travels, Victor doesn't want the studio to exist as just a space to whip up his next masterpiece.
I'm going to be painting all over the place, try installations first here and all that, and also hopefully use it as a place where there can be some form of mentorship, there can be some form of talks, so for younger artists that are in the community or from outside the community, that we can make some arrangement for them to come from out of town and see processes, and also call people or invite people to come and mentor them, talk to them, and so they can have an actual feel of a studio space, So that is basically it. It's almost like, in a way, it's going to be my workspace. In a way, it's going to be giving back to the community and giving back to the society, So, and be one of those minor way of contributing to the development of art in my country,
The studio isn't just a place to learn, but also a place for Victor to call home.
Art is very, very therapeutic for me, and hopefully this will be a place for me to a playground for me, if you like it, a replication of my village playground where I can create things and dismantle them, and just for the fun of it.
Victor's musical musings cross over into many exciting opportunities. He's had a solo exhibition at London's Gallery of African Art, among many other showcases.
This year now, I'm pretty super thrilled that I'm one of the artists that have been picked to represent Nigeria at the Venice Biennale in the National Pavilion, which is the first time Nigeria is going to be featured in the Venice Biennale. And I'm happy for my country more than I'm even happy for myself.
Victor is one of only 3 artists from Nigeria to be featured in the 2017 Venice Biennale. And even with a career spanning nearly 2 decades, the pre-show jitters still exist.
Personally, it's like a lot of weight on your shoulder representing your country. But I've never shied away from representing my country in international spheres. You know, it's exciting for me, but it also puts you on tenterhooks in the sense that a whole lot of people are looking at you and you are carrying your country on your shoulder, you know, because once I go to these international places, it's no longer just about Victor Ehikhamenor as an individual artist. It becomes a Victor Ehikhamenor as a Nigerian. I always play Fela or Benin music or something like that, or music, more like traditional music, indigenous music, you know, that I love, that take me to places and tell me stories or tell me political, what has happened before. So the piece Fela, the very first Fela that I played was I'm Not a Gentleman at All, and I decided to do a piece that shows somebody that is not really like a gentleman, baring its teeth and everything. Then it morphs into other things, the whole confusion that he was singing about and all that. So those are the kind of ways that, you know, sometimes it's totally something completely different. But that song put me in the mood to do this piece. So that is how it works for me.